Our story begins with an extraordinary boy from an ordinary family in an ordinary Mississippi town. He was a dreamer, inspired by his grandmother's artful needlework, who spent his days doodling in his notebooks and socializing with his imaginary friends. As time went on, the boy became a man, and the dreamer became a visionary. His name was Jim Henson, and from his remarkable mind and able hands sprung forth the greatest gaggle of characters our country has ever seen.
This story isn't about Jim Henson. It's about the wild world of color and chaos that he created, the whimsical universe of the Muppets. Not only did Henson revolutionize the craft of puppetry and the art of creating entertaining puppet television, he was also able to, through use of movement, sound, and character, change the way people understood social interaction and dealt with the trials and tribulations of everyday existence. Through the guise of a puppet, Henson was able to portray real human characteristics and emotions in a way that appealed to a wide audience. He took real issues and real questions of his time, and, hidden beneath a wonderful and pleasing facade of light-hearted one-liners and ad-libbed banter, made them understandable to young and old alike. There is a Muppet which represents each niche of our culture, each personality, each age, each class, a Muppet for each bad habit, each affect, each virtue. The Muppet audience relates to these characters because it is impossible not to find a Muppet within which an audience member sees one of his own traits reflected.
Begin with the first and most widely recognized member of the Muppet family, the sane and sensible savant of the swamps, known to those who love him as Kermit the Frog. In a world of often nonsensical chaos, Kermit acts as the voice of reason, the straight man who directs the Muppet players and holds the Muppet universe together. Jim created Kermit, who was originally a non-specific lizard and had yet to receive frog-like features, using 2 ping-pong balls and a scrap of green fabric from his mother's cast-off spring coat. Kermit, like many other Muppets, is a hybrid between a hand puppet, the part which controls Kermit's face allowing a wide range of expressions, and a rod puppet, which allows the puppeteer to control Kermit's arms. Many have said that Kermit is the puppet most like Jim Henson himself. His mild, gentle disposition echoes that of his famously calm creator. Like Jim, despite Kermit's lovable traits, he remains one of the gravest characters on the Muppet Show. At times he breaks his friendly exterior and allows his frustrations with the constant nonsense to manifest themselves. Apart from playing the role of the straight man himself, Kermit also serves to remind his audience that it is okay to fly off the handle from time to time. It's only human. One of the main reasons that Kermit is so well loved is that he helps his audience realize that they are not alone. Though he is in a position of power and is popular among his Muppet friends, Kermit's character is long-suffering. His underlying sadness and insecurities are clear. His mantra, "It's not easy being green," reminds us that everyone feels different and insignificant at times. At the end of the song, in which he laments the hopelessly ordinary nature of his coloring, Kermit comes to terms with himself and realizes that it is okay and even beautiful to be green. In fact, it's all he wants to be.
It's beautiful. And I think it's what I want to be.
Famously feminine and feisty, Miss Piggy is one of the strongest women in the history of television. She manages to embody the image of the empowered woman while remaining the picture of femininity. Miss Piggy is proud to be an independent woman with a career and uses her feminine wiles and powers of seduction to her advantage. Perpetually swathed in pink feather boas and strings of pearls, Miss Piggy embraces her feminine side through her extravagant ensembles, at the same time going against the modern perception of stick-thin models as the standard of beauty with her voluptuous, womanly physique. While a pig is not generally considered a beautiful animal, she is undoubtedly seen as the most glamorous creature in the Muppet world. Despite this glamour, Miss Piggy is far from fragile. Contrary to the vast majority of females on television during the time of her debut, Miss Piggy knows how to show her partner, Kermit, who's boss. The roles in their relationship are the opposite of those in a stereotypical male-female domestic partnership. Just on a physical level, Miss Piggy is much larger than Kermit, while he appears small and weak beside her. She is the dominant one in the relationship and often even commits acts of violence against him, from harsh verbal abuse to karate chops. On the other hand, the seemingly unflappable diva occasionally allows some traditional female vulnerability to shine through. She is the more dependent of the two, referring to Kermit using pet names like Kermie and My Love, while he often spurns her advances and rejects her public displays of affection. Female audiences relate to Miss Piggy because she portrays the strong, independent female that many aspire to be, while remaining human and flawed as we see her lapses in strength and her need for Kermit's affection.